Night fell upon the kingdom of Larethia with unusual fury. Lightning split the sky, while the forest whispered in ancient tongues. It was there, amid the sound of rain and the echo of thunder, that Kaelen, a young guardian elf with moon-white hair and sparkling green eyes, heard a desperate scream. Running through the trees, he found a human lying at the edge of a cliff, wounded and near death. Blood dripped from her shoulder, and the light in her blue eyes seemed to fade. Kaelen hesitated. Saving a human was a violation of his clan's laws, but something burned within him, a strength greater than duty. With a swift gesture, he summoned golden light in his hands and healed the wound. When she opened her eyes, the entire world seemed to go silent. Her name was Aria, and in that instant, Kaelen knew nothing would ever be the same again. In the days that followed, Kaelen hid Aria in an ancient hut, protected by cloaking spells. He brought her rare herbs, water from elven springs, and stories she couldn't believe were true. Aria, a human traveler searching for a lost relic, slowly began to recover, but something else was also blossoming. Confidence. Kaelen spoke little, but her gestures spoke volumes. When she smiled, he forgot who she was. But the danger grew. The forest guardians had already sensed the presence of a human among them. "If they find out I saved you," Kaelen said quietly, "I won't just be banished. I'll be hunted." Aria lowered her eyes, feeling the weight of guilt and the unexpected heat of what was growing between them. One night, as moonlight spread across the forest, Aria told him the truth. She wasn't just a traveler. Her father had been killed by shadowy creatures known as the Nocturns, and the relic she sought was the Heart of Larethia, a mystical stone forged by the ancient elves, capable of banishing darkness from the human world. Kaelen fell silent. The stone was sacred to his people, hidden for centuries to prevent humans from abusing its power. "You shouldn't know it," he murmured, his gaze torn between duty and compassion. "But I do," Aria replied firmly, "and I must find it before evil finds me." The flame in her eyes shifted something within him. For the first time, Kaelen felt fear of losing her. Time was running out. Rumors spread that a guardian had betrayed the clan. Erindor, the elven leader, vowed to find the culprit. Entire forests were searched, tracking spells cast, and every shadow seemed to hide an enemy. Kaelen decided to flee with Aria before it was too late. "You don't understand, Kaelen," she said. "If we are caught, your life will end." He simply smiled. "And if we stay, yours will end first." They set out under the veil of dawn, the winds whispering warnings. Their love, still undeclared, was already a crime. But even amidst fear and danger, when their hands touched for the first time, the world seemed to stand still. Kaelen and Aria found shelter in a crystal cave high in the mountains of Etharion. Moonlight reflected off the walls, transforming the place into an enchanted haven. During the cold nights, they spoke of the two worlds that could never unite. Aria spoke of seas and human cities, Kaelen of trees that sang and rivers that remembered. Each word was an invisible thread connecting two hearts, different yet destined to meet. One night she rested her head on his shoulder and whispered, "You saved me, but now it's my heart that's in danger." Kaelen closed his eyes. He knew. The love between them was the spark that could ignite two kingdoms. As they rested, a blue glow emanated from the depths of the cave. It was the Heart of Larethia. The stone had found them. Touching it, Aria heard ancient voices and a forgotten prophecy. When a human and an elf heart unite in true love, darkness will lose its hold. Kaelen recoiled, startled. "That's impossible. It's a legend." But the stone pulsed between them, as if recognizing their connection. And in that instant, Aria understood. Perhaps her destiny wasn't just to find the relic, but the love that would awaken its power. The Nocturnals, creatures born of darkness, felt the stone's awakening. With bodies made of smoke and eyes like embers, they advanced through the forest toward the mountains. Kaelen knew they would come. "They don't want the stone, Aria," he said, drawing his bow. "They want you because you are the key." The attack began before dawn. Blue flames sliced across the sky. Kaelen fought furiously, his arrows illuminating the night, but there were too many. When one of the monsters charged her, he threw himself in front. The blow pierced her chest, and Aria screamed. In that instant, the stone glowed with divine intensity, banishing the darkness. Kaelen fell but smiled. He had chosen love over life. With tears mixed with blood, Aria held Kaelen's body and pleaded with the elven gods. The stone responded to her despair. A warm wind enveloped them both, and light spread like dawn. When she opened her eyes, Kaelen was breathing again. The relic had sacrificed part of its power to save the elf who had defied his destiny. He looked at her tenderly. "Now, you have stolen my heart forever." Aria smiled, but knew the price would be high. The magic that had bound them had also marked them. With each beat of Kaelen's heart, part of his soul belonged to her, and part of hers to the elven world. When dawn came, the elven council found them. Surrounded by guardians, Kaelen stood with dignity. "Yes, I broke the laws," he declared, "but I did what my heart commanded." Erendor looked at Aria with contempt. A human brought chaos to our world. But before the verdict could be handed down, the stone appeared between them, floating and glowing brightly. The ancient voice echoed, "Love that defies the stars must not be punished, but remembered." Silence fell over the assembly. For the first time, the council hesitated before the power of the feeling they tried to deny. Kaelen was exiled, but not as a traitor, as the first elf to prove that love could cross worlds. He and Aria lived in the lands beyond the mountains, where humans and elves rarely ventured. Each night, beneath the stars, the stone lay between them, glowing softly, reminding them that their love had changed the fate of two kingdoms. Sometimes the wind still carries the sound of their laughter through the trees of Larethia, and they say that those who listen with an open heart can feel the power of that eternal love. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to Elven Hearts, the channel where love and magic meet. Like, comment on what you would do for a forbidden love, and activate the bell to experience other stories of passion between worlds that defy the impossible.